Buddy the dog, what are you doing, pal? Sitting there enjoying life, I guess. Yeah. Well, the thing is, we need some more videos. And the thing is, I still haven't got this trailer unloaded. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, Brownstown Man. And I did start messing with this a little bit the night that I brought it home, just tinkering, seeing what kind of shape we were dealing with. We have some shift rail woes, I think. I got everything moving, but I don't seem to have, I can't go from the two ranges. So I'm thinking that the center shift rail is not in the right position. So we'll have to tackle that before we do whatever. I see flying creatures have built a nest already. The thing is not stuck, but I can only move it a certain amount, or I should say I haven't tried. But when I move it, the whole thing, like you can hear lots of things turning, and that's not gonna do the thing. Also, this starter is so cobbled up that is going to be a point of frustration for us. We need to pull that off of there and then see if in my collection of things, I was looking the other day in the barn, I might have a starter that'll fit in there. It's probably not what this is supposed to have, but if it would work, why then we could, you know, have that hurdle overcome. Otherwise, I guess I'll take this one and have it rebuilt. But we just need to get it off the trailer, because tomorrow we're probably going to take the trailer and buy more tractors, because that's what we do. So I debated on making a video today working on this disc. I think I formulated a plan on it as well, and as far as combining my other disc with it. But I need to have the two side by side and then make this happen. This one's been welded on pretty hard. I'm not real sure what I'll do is I will take the bolts out here and the center, and then that other piece, that's all one, and I'll just take all of that off and set it to the side, and I'll put mine off the other one on there, and that will make a pretty darn good 330 disc. The only thing I'll have to do then is take the other one apart enough to get the correct whatever's for here, because this obviously is not right. So that'll be the easiest way to make one that's complete and ready to go without anything, and then we can put the other one back together and then work on it some other time, or you can buy it at my sale when I die, you know. I've also, I think, maybe formulated a plan for wheels. That's another horrible thing. I got an idea when we unload this to just prop this up so that we could mess with it, but we'll take the wheels off and be done with that. I'm not exactly sure. Let me think about that. Ooh, this one doesn't have the cradle under it for the drawbar to mount into, so that's interesting. It also, I see maybe why. We'll have to investigate that more when we get the disc out of the way, but it looks like the back bolt hole broke out. So that ain't very handy, is it, friends? Maybe this one doesn't need a swinging drawbar like that. Maybe this one needs a drawbar like like my Jubilee Ford, where you bolt it to the power takeoff bolts around there and then it bolts underneath part way. That might be what we do. But I really want to play with this and just see, you know, just see if it would do the thing. So step one is get the loader tractor, I guess. Maybe step one should step one be hooked to the trailer and back it out of the way? That might be step one. And then step 1A before we do that would be to think about where we want to put this, so we could work on it but also have it out of the way. I see that there's 4 bovines that decided that they needed to not be in the pen with the rest of them, so that's great. Also, I forgot to mention this. The guy gave me this head, which he said was a good head, but then it sat outside, so it's probably not that good anymore, but might be good for parts. That's a head for a gas 550 or Super 55, and actually it would have been a better mate to my 66, because my 66 does not have dowel pins in the block, and this head does not have a place for dowel pins either, so that's probably the kind of head that it's supposed to have, but that's whatever. Anyway, let's get the truck hooked up enough so we can move this, and then we'll get the disc off, and then we'll try to figure out what our next move is. Buddy the dog, you coming to watch my failure? So I need to, another thing is move this Craig tractor. It's breaking my heart that it's been sitting here and I have done nothing with it in the past many moons. All that still looks good. I can't remember what I've all done to this. Oh, I put a new radiator in it. You know, let's make sure it's still got, yep, it's still got the juices. We were to the point of wiring, I think. Yeah, see, we're negative on wiring. Looks like a rat's been living in there. It's great. So what's our fuel situation look like? Still got fuel in it. Oh boys, the fuel's been on this whole time. The fuel has been on. That's not probably very good. We need to move the fenders because they're not bolted down, because I got the wheels set too narrow for this job. So that's what we need to remedy if we want to put this back to a usable machine right now. I don't know. I don't remember. There we go. Nothing? Nothing, tractor? Oh, maybe if I would, you know, put my battery cables on in a way that actually see, they're backwards colored. You can't go by the color. They're hooked up wrong. Now, I just got this battery out of another tractor. We ain't getting it. Okay, friends. Why are we not getting anything? Check 1. Motor not stuck. Good. Step 2. Battery cables of sadness. Oh, dummy. You gotta be smarter than the machine. Which I'm not. I didn't take my own advice again. I was looking at the color of the cables, I guess, and not what they were connected to, even though I just did that. Will it do it now? No, it won't. What the heck? No matter what I do, I should be getting cranky cranks, and I'm not. Oh, friends, I knew I was right to grab the camera to film this, because I knew that this would fight me at every turn. I guess I'll get a battery cable cleaner. See, what have I got here? I got we always get called away from what we're doing, and then we don't get our stuff done. What did I buy this for? A brand new cable. It wouldn't be for this because it doesn't use one this long. I bet it was for this diesel, which we also haven't gotten to, and it's sitting here in the way. Let's just go ahead and throw that in there. And I'll get the thing, we'll clean this. We don't even need to go far. I just want to pull it forward and rearrange this area. And so far, it's not wanting to play nice with us, friends. It's very frustrating, but it's okay. We've been frustrated before. All right, friends. Let's see if maybe this is the culprit. Battery cables of sadness? Let's just inappropriately use it here too. Get those high spots off of it. Okay. Do we need to do this? It's not working very good, is it? I mean, I'm using the wrong end. Not really. Not really, even. I think I had it right the first time. I think my battery terminal cleaner thing is about wore out. Well, now it's loosey-goosey, you see, because we've carved away the structure. And do you think I brought a wrench? No, friends. No. We don't do stuff like that. We struggle bus it. We're gonna have to get one though, because we're not gonna. We're not gonna be able to make this. I just would like a sign of life. Oh, friends. Must it? I'm starting to wonder if the push button that I put in it went bad. That's not a out of line thing, because stuff like that happens. I need to go get the jump pack, which is handily enough up at the house. I thought this would be simple, you know. I just pull this up out of the way and life would be nice. But it doesn't look like life's gonna be nice. It looks like life's going to be a struggle. Yeah. All right, friends, will you sit there? You're kind of precariously perched. Get rid of that. We're gonna cheat here. We're gonna crank it over. We're gonna see if it'll play ball. So right when I push this, yeah, see, we ain't getting nothing. Okay. That part's good. I didn't suspect that it wasn't. So that tells me that our problem is in fact with our push button switch. Either that or it's a problem with a connection to the push button switch. Okay. I will tell you this from feeling around in there. it appears like they're not very tight. Okay, that's a positive result. So what I'm going to do is go get some stuff. I don't know why that's not tight enough. I don't remember. It's been so long since we worked on this. But I'm going to get a thing to tighten up the bolt on the battery cable. And then I'm going to get something to tighten the nut onto the switch, because maybe that's our problem. Because if I should be getting some signal through here that there is power. When I push the button, that jump pack should light up on there, 12 volts or whatever. It's getting a signal from the switch, and it's not. So let me grab some stuff. All right, dealer's choice, friends. Where to start? Well, this socket was on the other ratchet, so let's tighten this up just enough that we can having those wrong color cables. That's really I think we were going to fix that and we never got that far, and that might be in fact why it's the way that it is right now. Like, maybe I put that push button in and then never. I realize you enjoy not being able to see anything because my footage is so pathetic, but I don't know. Got there, everything disconnected. I'm trying to sneak in here. Trying to sneak in there and get that tight, but see, we were going to work on the wiring. That's where we were in this process, and we didn't get that done. And that's where we're struggle busing now. Boy, this would be handy if I'd have brought a little extension, just a little one. Let's see if boy, that's loose. If I'm actually doing the thing. This is so frustrating. Oh, I'm not even in the right one. Okay. Boy, that still turns. Still don't think that's enough. Let's see though. Let's try it now. No. Nothing. All right. Did you want to work half a day on a project that you didn't really want to do? It's possible that the cable is bad from the button to the starter, but I don't know. You would think that. Holy Knutson! Okay, we got. I forgot to take the battery cable off, dum-dum. We know that cable's good because it put the hot to the place where I touched. Now, that's pretty tight. Even if it doesn't crank it, I should be able to crank it with the jump box and make it go. We're gonna try that. Let's choke it. Or not. Let's not choke it. Oh, now it's not going to play. Fires right up if you just have extra parts. Thought unloading a trailer would be so difficult, and yet here we are. Now we've got so much crap piled on it. It's a flat surface, of course, and about the time we'll get ready to move it, it will die, because that's how life works. See what I told you? As soon as we would get ready to move it, it would die. And it did. It didn't let me down. I knew. It's out of gas, I think. Is it out of gas? Or is that the sedimentary layer of gas? I would guess it's out. Anybody got a match so I can check? Well, there's gas in it. It's got a standpipe though, I think. I don't know. I don't know. Would it restart if a guy choked it? No. The button still has not magically fixed itself. Oh, night. Ooh, well, let's turn this off. Then we'll take the bowl loose, then we'll turn her back on. It's dripping good, you know, like leaking. Awesome. Oh, that's a scummy layer. Nice water gas. Okay, now we're gonna struggle for an hour putting this back on. Then we're gonna drop that down in the frame. Good, everything's going to plan so far. That's great. Okay. I want to see if, okay, now I dropped the glass part down in there. So it's really working great. Our plan is coming together, you know, struggling. Sure. I want to see if, well, boy, that comes out of there good. There's nothing wrong with that, other than the fact that that stupid cable, choke cable, is right over top of it. Oh, I am not a fan of this fuel line. It's super annoying. Right in the way. We just used what was here. We didn't touch anything. And we're regretting that now. Holy Knutson! Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, let's turn this back on. We put this in new. Why didn't we just make a fuel line for it? All right. Look at how pretty that is. Clean and whatnot. And we can't seem to get our Oh my goodness gracious me. Now the next step in the procedure is you flog the carburetor with a bent push rod. Bad carburetor. Assert your dominance. Now, will it run? Because if it won't, I'm thinking about going in the house. Uh-oh. I had the switch on the whole time. Oh, mouse house underneath. Tractor. I don't think yeah, that's what I thought. Our clutch needs adjusting. No plan. You should always have a plan, and I have none. I want to kind of let this just sit here and run. It hasn't run for a while, so sit here in the middle of the driveway where if you die, you'll be in the most inconvenient place. Good. All right. Well, we need to work on the Craig tractor again. We got some struggle bus issues. It's why is it putting water everywhere? Does it need a water pump? This is a brand new radiator that I put in this because I thought this tractor runs great. It deserves a brand new radiator. And unfortunately, it seems to be making a mess. Maybe, I bet that, okay, so maybe there's nothing wrong. Maybe that is the overflow letting out some of what it doesn't need as it got hot, because that's about where the overflow goes. Okay, we're not gonna freak out yet. I think we might be okay. It just puked out what it didn't need. So I parked it over here in the way area. And we will tackle our better wiring situation, because this is stupid to have this tractor that's a good running tractor, but we can't do anything with it. I'm also going to flip-flop the wheels again for the 15th time because I can never decide what I want. I'm going to put them back the way they were when I got the tractor, and then put the fenders on it. And then we're going to live life with it for a while, and we'll decide how we want to proceed. But that's what it needs. That's what it needs. We'll just do that. Flippity flop. Because there's no reason that this tractor shouldn't be doing something productive for us, running an auger or what have you, or hay raking, or we need to address the seat. I suspect that the seat frame is bent. I see that the pin has fallen. Well, it's got welded washers, doesn't it? Somebody welded. It needs different. The seat thing is put together wrong. The adjuster thing needs to go on top. The rubber things are upside down. I'm not sure about this, what's going on here, but that could be a little bit different. But mainly, and I don't know if I can take that out of it or not, you can see that this is bent backwards, and I'm afraid when I try to bend it the way it's supposed to be that it's gonna break, and then we won't have anything at all. But it's a weird feeling because you're sitting, feels like you're sitting downhill all the time. We also need all this gadgetry, just like we did to that junkyard tractor. It's not, it works, but it's missing the something ain't kosher there, you see. So I don't know, we'll pull that out of there one day and see what they've done. But it needs a little bit of clutch adjustment. That's not right. I wonder where that flying creature is planning on making its home. Anyway, this is going to be more better, I promise, because it's a rat's nest of wiring, and that's just the way it is. If I got the story right, he salvaged this out of a barn that was being torn down, and the people said either you take it or scrap it or something. We don't want it in here. And then I think he put different sheet metal on it, but the tractor underneath runs great. And that's just the way he pulled it out of the barn. Tinkered with it, got it running. But it had a terrible leaky cooling system, and I put a $600 radiator in it. And we started in on it, making it nice. Oh, we also had the clutch of sadness, the input shaft thing. What do you want to say? The pilot tube and stuff on there, and it twisted all that loose and everything. And I got that all fixed, but it needs a little more adjustment. It doesn't want to quite stop to where you can shift it easy. So we need to do that and then clean it up and make it better. But a 1953 77, you know, it is what it is. Nothing fancy maybe, but there was a bunch of these in the day. This was a very popular model, and they did a lot of work in their time. So we'll get it back to where it needs to be, and then, you know, that'll be a good, I'm always looking for side, like videos for the side, like simple things we can do one or two little tasks on, and that's what this is going to be. It needs some love, and we can divide that into small videos for filler in between some of our major projects or what have you. I know the flying creatures are probably very unhappy I took their home, because they were probably building little civilizations up under here somewhere, but that's how it goes. Also, but not related to anything, I got that quick hitch painted up, ready to go on. I just need to make that happen. And you're asking yourself, this video's all over the place. What does this have to do with anything? Well, I'm trying to clean up a little bit and make room for more projects to be. So that's what we're doing. You like how my arm is totally dirty now from whatever we just did? So here in a second, we're going to go unload that disc, which I started to do like 45 minutes ago. And then we're going to load that 550, and I think we're going to load it down here. That's why I moved that. I'm going to put it there. I got an idea of something to do to keep it up off the ground. We can take the wheels off, and even if the transmission won't stop turning, we could try to see it run. So bear with me. I got a plan. All right, friends. Let's see if we can make this come off of here. Do we want to just see how crazy it'll go, or do we want to, I don't know. If we do this, it's gonna slide all around, but whatever. We'll just see what happens, and we'll make it work, won't we, Buddy the dog? Yeah, you know. I predict that the chain is gonna get wedged in there in some way, where we won't be able to do the thing. That's my prediction. We'll find out. I've moved enough stuff to know that's probably what's gonna happen. What do you think? Nothing? You're just watching? Okay. I'm going to try to get this trailer unloaded tonight. That's my goal. All right. It's even for now, but That will soon change when we vibrate the chain. See? Told you. It actually went the opposite way of the way that I thought it would, so that's good. Where should we put it? Let's block in a bunch of stuff so we have to work twice as hard to get it loose. Let's put it right here. Whoa! Ah! Well, that didn't work very good, did it? If we try hard enough, we'll destroy something. Come on, stay put. Oh boy. Okay. Now we need to put the fence back up so we don't forget, because that would be sad. Which means we'll get to jump on and off the tractor again. But we need to do that. Looks like we need to about start mowing the grass again. Now we need to go get something else before we unload that tractor. We need some of these pallets that my uncle brought over here, which have been in the way now, going to waste. But today is their day to shine, friends. All right, hopefully that's enough. And hopefully this will work, what I'm thinking. This summer we have got to fix this hydropower because it's driving me nuts. It doesn't work half the time. You gotta stop, put it in neutral, and let it go again, and then it'll work. Okay, bad decisions. Ooh, many bad decisions. It's about to fall off the trailer, isn't it? You think we should put the ramps down, or do you think we should just back up really fast? Back up really fast. All right, so it's not doing what I wanted at all. Not at all. Well, so far we're off of there, but we're not doing the pattern that I thought we would be doing. There we go. That's what I want. There we go. Whoa! Oh! Come on. Get up there. Be a good little 550. We want to go straight. Can you go straight, tractor? Probably not, but we'll try. Are you serious? We were doing the thing. We were doing the thing fine. And then our wheel left us. You picked a fine time to leave me loose, wheel. $16.50 of sadness, come on. There we go. Palletized. That's what I had in mind. We'll take that other wheel off and I bet it will set up correctly on that stack of pallets. Then again, it might fall over, but I think this will be, it's probably actually one pallet too high. I don't know. I think it'll work. It's pretty good. Yeah. We got it off of the trailer. We got it in an area that we can work on it. We will take these wheel centers off. These are for 26-inch wheels. And I think I've got some for 28-inch wheels. And it looks like it's more common to find 28-inch rims. They're cheaper. So I probably will make that switch. And then the problem's going to be with hardware. That one might be salvageable. Not many of those are going to be salvageable. That's going to be the problem. And I don't think I've got any of that, because I think they got torched off. There might be two on that one and one on the other one. But that's a later's problem, not a today's problem. Today's problem is getting it off the trailer so the trailer is empty for the next adventure. Like I said, I bet if we, I wonder where my impact is. If it's close by, I might zip that wheel off and see if it'll sit up here. I don't know. Will this work? Actually, surprisingly, yeah. Normally, I like to lay them in the seat. There's only one problem. There ain't no seat. Ain't no seat to lay it in. Now, will this come off of here? I would say probably not without an awsing. And I don't know where my big sledgehammer is, because I'd say that's what it will take. Well, I'll do some looking around and we'll come back to this. Interesting development. I couldn't help myself, so I put the jump box on the starter and I got it to turn over, and then it immediately started puking water out from under the PTO cover and then forward here in the bell housing, which is not a good thing, friends. I mean, that would mean that the rear end has got a lot of water in it, wouldn't it? Also, why did it not do that anyway? Why did it only do it once I turned it over? That's kind of a bizarre thing. And it's plain old rainwater is what it has to be, because there's no, yeah. We can see if we can turn it over again just so you can see the progression here. I mean, I think that thing's gonna run. But I'm wondering if it had mouse house and it chewed mouse house out, and then when said mouse house chewed out of there, it let the water go free. I don't know. That's bizarre. That's a new one on me. But I think it's gonna run, friends. Now we just have to hunt up our correct stuff to make her go. Like filters and stuff and things. And that's a sad story because I have scoured the world over looking for these and they don't exist. They send you a 3166 in its place. I've tried from Case IH, I've tried all over different brands. It's the same story. So we're gonna try the new one, but it's gonna be a real bear to get it to not leak, because I mean, this one the rubber's bad on, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, what's a guy gonna do, you know? It's gonna be very difficult to get that lid to seal because it's not made that way. It's made in a different way, and I don't think it's gonna just play ball with us in a nice fashion. Boy, I'm stoked though. I'm excited about the possibilities, and I'm also excited about something else. I wonder if, let's see if we could, well, nope, that ain't gonna come off of there. Did we look and see is, no, that's all. I got an idea. My idea is poor choices. Uh-oh, ether locked it. Oh, friends, it's gonna run. It's gonna run. That's crazy. Come on. Oh, we're not spinning fast enough now. We're gonna have to actually get a battery probably. We actually made it worse. We might have used up all the fuel that was left residually in there, but it was smoking. It was doing the thing. So I don't think you should use your jump pack in the way that I do. Just because it's not really made for that. But I think it's gonna run. I think if we took a little time and did it the correct way, and also we charge our jump pack, I think it'll fire to life. So we may try that yet, friends. We may try that yet. I would like to put something over that air cleaner so it doesn't get water in it, and I'll bring you back another time to do this because I'm not going to get it done here in the dark. But obviously it is like I had envisioned, or not envisioned, but like I thought. They have this starter so rigged up, they were just jamming it to the battery, and that's what they were doing to make her go. And then I don't think they were releasing it. I think they were just letting it turn the whole time. I don't know, but it's so close. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It did smoke, so I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I'm gonna charge the battery pack again, and like I said, I'll bring you back and we'll try to see if we can hear it run. I was gonna do, and we might do that yet, a complete service on it, like to make sure it's ready to go. But it may still be that we have to pull the pump. I don't know. we know nothing about it. We don't know how long it's been since it ran. We just don't know. So, but so far from what I'm hearing, it's a very likely contender. Boy, it's leaning over to one side. Maybe we should, like, you know, level it out a little more. We need to lift it up and pull one pallet out from under it, I think. Either that or get that wheel off, which I tried. And then, you know, then friends, we might get her done. We're gonna try one more thing before I give up. I realized that the fuel stop was pulled. That made no difference. That's weird that it was trying to start. Oh, but now it probably has no fuel in it because I tilted the tractor, but okay. I caused my own grief there. So perhaps it's a time to just call it a night, because I'm not thinking clear, but we'll try to change some filters, and it's got a spin-on oil filter, 51105. That's common. I probably have that. Yeah, she's dry, so we'll come back and try a more vigilant attempt at this, but I think I can make it run. It sounds like it would. It smoked a little bit, which, you know, that's always good. So we'll just see, but I think I can do it. After watching what you just saw, do you feel like your IQ has dropped lower than your credit score? Well, there's no reason that both of us should be miserable, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. Your banker may not approve, but I know mine will. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.